Ladies and gentlemen, I've been waiting months for this day. Probably not months. It feels like it's been months. I've been waiting probably about a month for this day from the moment of its conception in my brain. I've been wanting to get back into Pokemon collecting a little bit recently. I did a lot of it as a kid. I just uploaded a video recently of me opening up a Ancient Mew promo card from 2000 on my channel a little bit ago. I've been collecting a few trainer cards from a few of the new sets, like some of the full arts and rainbow rares I think look really cool. But something that I've always really liked when it comes to trading cards is master sets. It's so cool to be able to flip through a binder and to be able to see every single card in a set in person. That's just always been super sick to me. So I'm way more of a fan of retro vintage sets. I grew up with like base set, jungle, fossil, and I'm like, which one of these sets would be easiest to master set? I'm looking through, I'm like, I really like, Neo Genesis. It's 111 cards. I really like Neo Discovery, Neo Revelation. Those are 75 and 64 cards, maybe those. Expedition looks so sick, but it's 165 cards. Aquapolis and Sky Ridge, 147, 144 cards. And all of those have super like rare hollows in them that are like triple digit cards, like easily 300, easily 500, like in damaged condition. So it's like, oh, maybe completing a master set may be a little bit more difficult than I think it was. But I'm looking through all these vintage sets, and one comes across my eye that I was like, whoa, I really like the artwork on this set. And I'm looking through how many cards are in there, and there's 18. And I'm like, oh, yo, this is the one. This is the one we're going to master set. So I started doing my research on TCG Player, and I'm looking all these cards up, and I did all the math on the calculator, and at mint condition, every single one of these 18 cards would have come out to $558.34, which was a lot more than I was expecting to pay for a master set with 18 cards in it. That is a lot of fucking money. But I'm not looking to send these cards off to get graded. I'm not looking to sell these and flip them for a profit. I'm looking to complete my first master set. So near mint condition is not my number one priority. Lightly played, totally fine. Moderately played even? Okay. Will we even have a heavily played in there, one or two? Probably. But let's just say we got this for a lot cheaper than $558. I did a lot of bartering and negotiating on eBay with a multitude of different sellers. But I think the one transaction on here that really saved me the most money was this in one individual that I found on eBay. And I'd kind of plug them and shout them out right now, but I don't think they're like a card seller like that. Like they really just had like a few cards from this set and maybe a few other things, but it didn't look like they had like a store on eBay. It just looked like a kind of an individual person. I don't want to like dox them or anything if they don't want that. But I noticed that they had 12 out of 18 of the cards listed on their store individually for like 15, 20 bucks a piece. And I'm like, wow, if I could like talk to this guy somehow and maybe convince him to sell the whole lot of them to me all at once, that I could get these cards for like a way cheaper deal than like 15, 20 bucks a piece. And so I start messaging him, and I basically ask him, I'm like, hey man, are you interested in selling like the whole lot of everything you have on your store right now? And like, if you were, what would you be thinking for that? And we went back and forth on prices for a little bit. I think he wanted like, I don't know, maybe 350 starting with. My math may be a little bit off. and I tried to get him down to like 250, and we negotiated for a little bit, and I ended up getting him to go 275 and $275.60 for these 12 cards, including one holographic from this set. That's actually pretty fucking expensive. So that card in particular, that one holo out of all the 12 cards, that kind of made up a pretty good chunk of that whole cost. But moral of the story, if you're looking to complete master sets, or if you're looking just in general to get a bunch of cards at once, instead of piecing it out for a bunch of individual sellers and paying one individual shipping cost and all that shit, just try and find a seller on eBay that has a bunch of stuff from the one thing that you're interested in, and then send them a private message, because he didn't have all these cards listed as a lot. He had them all listed up individually. But after a few private messages, he took all those listings down and trusted me enough to create a new listing with all 12 cards in them, put it with a new price, and I bought it immediately. So dude, like, just message people. I think I knocked off, like, I don't know, like $150, $200 off of what he was originally asking for all those individual cards. So shoot people a message. I explained to him that I was trying to complete my first master set and stuff. So we just, chatted it up for a little bit, but he was a really awesome person. We made a great deal. But I've been fucking chatting for like 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Let me at least get on to showing you all the first card of this set, and I'll start talking about it a little bit. Oh, goodness gracious, camera. And I'm going to do my best to not have any fucking hairs on this throughout the whole video. No promises though, okay? Now, some of you veteran Pokemon enjoyers may already know what this set is, just from its icon. But ladies and gentlemen, today we are looking at the Pokemon Southern Islands Master Set. Like I said earlier, out of all of the cards that I looked at, or all of the sets that I looked at and researched, I'm the biggest fan of the vintage art. I'm the original artist, especially like Ken Sugimori. And I noticed this Naoki Kimura, he did the artwork for like a good majority of these cards. So like he may be the person, or she, I'm not sure exactly. They may be the person behind this like whole set. So if so, shout out to them. They are an incredible artist. But yeah, 18 cards. These, I mean, like, I will say that the trade-off for this set being so small is that the individual cards themselves will probably be pretty expensive, even the commons like this one. But only having 18 cards, and we're going in reverse order here, because the number 1 out of 18 card is kind of the one that everybody looks for in this set. But yeah, I thought I would read off a little bit of information. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. The holofoil on these looks so good. And like I said, most of these are not, especially the holofoil ones, they're not in near mint condition. You're definitely going to see some scratches, some dents here and there. And I have them in top loaders as well, which have their own individual scratches and stuff. But man, overall, I'm super happy with the quality of these cards. And so, in this master set that I currently have, every single one of these non-holo cards, every single common card in the set was one of those 12 that I bought from that individual seller. So I don't really have individual prices for all of those cards, including one holo in this set, but I can go through how much I paid for these individually to kind of give you all an idea of maybe what you all should be paying for a card of this state. Let's see, starting off the Vileplume, we paid a total of $15.90, and that is including shipping. But man, I don't remember if this is called Cosmos or Bubble holofoil. It's my favorite kind of holofoil in all of trading cards. I still to this day have not seen a better looking holofoil than this. I have a few vintage cards from whenever I was a kid that have this same kind of holofoil pattern. I have an Entei with this holofoil pattern, and a I'm forgetting the other card. But man, I just love the way that this plays in the light. It looks so good. This artwork is adorable. No hairs yet, right everybody? I promise. I really try my best to look for them, and then I see them in post and they make me want to fucking blow my brains out. I'm like, how did I not notice there was a fucking glaring hair on the card there for 5 minutes while I was yammering? I'm just doing like a precautionary blow on all of these cards to make sure there's no glaring hairs on them. But look at this amazing like jungle art. I mean, it's not jungle in the sense that it's from Jungle Bait or the Jungle set, but you know what I'm saying. The environment. Like, I just love the aesthetic that this whole set has of like very like coastal, jungle, islandy kind of Pokemon. Oh, it's so good. And this label's just fucking swag. The palm tree. Another Nio Kimura. I'll have to double check it. But I think, like, as far as I know, that's the only artist that I've seen on all these cards so far, so shout out to them. Actual GOAT. I still think Ken might be my favorite Pokemon illustrator. He's done, like, the most iconic cards to me are usually done by him. Another Nio Kimura, yep. Wow. I really wonder what medium these original Pokemon illustrations are done in. I know that especially like older sets, they used to go crazy and use like all sorts of mediums. They would use like 3D CG, they would use fucking Play-Doh, they would use, you know, crayons sometimes. But I wonder what this is. Maybe watercolor? I'm not exactly sure. I think this is before the era of Digipaint and stuff though, for the most part. Looks excellent though. It just like captures a different time period to me. Oh man, another great looking card. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the scuffing and stuff. Let's see, but since we're back to a holo, I may actually have an individual price for what I paid for this guy. Let's see. For this Slowking, I paid a total of $25.52. And like I said, some of the scratching that you may see on these, some of it may be from the top loaders too. But I pretty much top loaded all these immediately. Believe it or not, this is actually my second time filming this video because I filmed the unpackaging of all of these cards earlier, and only in post did I realize that half the video is just me doxing myself over and over and over. I thought I was really good about it too whenever I was opening the packages. Like, I was trying to open all the packages upside down and stuff, but I noticed like sometimes when I was like throwing one of the envelopes away, I'd like turn it over for a second. It's like, there's my full address, there's my full legal name. It's like, god damn it, bro, I gotta fucking refilm this. This is gonna be editing hell. Oh man. Something about, like, the thing is, all of these reverse holos look so good in the color that they're in. Like, every single time I see these, I'm like, oh man, yeah, my favorite like energy type from this set is like Psychic, because like just the pink background with this Cosmos holofoil looks so just pretty. But then I get to like a green one and I'm like, actually no, the green is the best one looking one. Like, I really love the green. But then later on you'll see like we get to a blue one and it's like, oh my god, these all look so good. Even in the condition that they're in. But yeah, I'm super happy with the condition of all of these though. I do not feel like I overpaid for any of these. Moving on. Executor. Another Nio Kimura. They were killing it, man. Man, but it's just, I'm just super happy with this set. It looks awesome to me. I can start reading off some of the information here that I have. It says, in Japan, the Southern Island set was originally released with the second Pokemon movie in 2 promo folders, each with 9 cards per set. Rainbow, and Tropical Island, and decorated artwork. The collection was also released as 3-card box sets. These box sets focused on a particular region from 1 or 2 southern islands, Tropical Island and Rainbow Island. Sorry, let me move on to the next card. I don't want to just be yapping and looking at the same thing the whole time. I know you'll get bored. The English version came as a decorated folder and included the cards, postcards, and 3 booster packs. Even though Wizards compiled the collection into one set, including all of the original artwork, including the islands and the full picture of each region, which was split into 3 to provide the card art, were featured on the folder. This is all from Bulbapedia, by the way. It says, while in the Japanese version the cards have the old base rocket design, the English release saw them in a new Neo series design. Interestingly, this made the Generation 2 Pokemon featured in the set the only ones of their generation to have base rocket-style cards, and Slowking the only Generation 1 evolved Pokemon to have the square evolution box. I'm assuming they're talking about that. Let's see. Later cards released would retain the circular evolution box with the exception of another Slowking card, which was released a month later. I don't know if that information is super relevant to this. It says, this was a very desired collection whenever it first came out in Japan. Oh, we just made it to possibly my favorite card of the set. I'm going to finish this off real quick. This is a very desired set when it came out in Japan. Its English release is a rare example of a promotional TCG product that has retained everything, including its original artwork, and after localization. It says, none of these cards have rarity symbols, as they were part of a fixed set. The English cards were numbered in the same fashion as Wizards Black Star promos, while the Japanese cards remained unnumbered. The base numbers, or the set number, the set symbols of the Japanese and English releases are different. While the Japanese symbol has one block color, the English symbol is striped along the trunk of the tree. Oh yeah, and you can see the stripes. Huh. And this set released in 2001 on July 31st in the United States, and on July 17th, 1999 in Japan. Okay, now that I'm kind of done talking about the trivia from this Bulbapedia page, this might be my favorite card in the whole set. This was the first card. Let me not spoil the last card in the set for you all on accident. This was the first card that I saw from Southern Islands, and I just fell in love with this blue reverse holofoil, Cosmos bubble holofoil, whatever it's called. It just looks amazing. And the artwork is fucking adorable. Got a little Magikarp just fucking chilling, man. But these days, like, he's right about to jump into the water. This is just an amazing looking card to me. Like I said, this actually might be my favorite card of the set, even though it's not the most expensive one. I paid $27.03 for this, and all these prices include shipping, by the way. Oh my gosh, such a good looking card though. I love that Marill, dude. It looks so good. This was the card that sold me on the whole set. Like, after I saw this card, I was like, okay, this is the one we're going for. We got Tentacruel. But yeah, if you look up the prices on TCG Player, like I said earlier, oh, I didn't even notice the Dragonite in the background. That's sick as fuck. Damn, alright, all you Dragonite collectors now, you gotta add this one to your collection, Tentacruel, because it's got a Dragonite in the background. I never even noticed that. That's sick. Yeah, this is one of those ones that I got in the lot, so I guess I didn't focus too much on the commons while I was browsing them so much. I was just trying to cut a deal with this guy. But that's awesome. I'd never noticed that in here. But yeah, like I said, if you were to buy all of these on TCG Player at near mint, they'd be about $558. And my first thought was to go on eBay and try to buy a master set from somebody already. thinking that somebody else would have the whole master set listed for cheaper than all of them at Near Mint, which was $558. Unfortunately, all of these all of the owners of Southern Islands master sets on eBay are very well aware of what all of these cards go for at Near Mint. And so pretty much every single master set that you will find on eBay of Southern Islands is around that same price. You know, you're going to be paying about $550 to about $750 for a master set of this. At least from the listings that I saw. And all of those listings had like tons of watchers, so they will likely sell for those prices. This card is in great condition. Yeah, it's just crazy to think though. All the cards in this set, 24 years old. Just keep that in mind. I love this card art, by the way, too. I think we may have already zoomed in and zoomed out and zoomed in, but I forgot what this dude's name is. It'll come to me. Is that a Pharaoh? No, I think that's something else. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been in the Pokemon game, man. Weepinbell? Yeah, I think so. I love the old 90s designs, man. And these like pastel colored flowers are just super beautiful on this card too. Jigglypuff. This would have been a really pretty looking holo too. And on the next one. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why this video took so long to come out. Every single one of these cards arrived like weeks ago. And just something happened with this card and shipping that just delay. Which is ironic because this is the holo that I paid the least amount for. I paid $9.62, shipping included. This card looks gorgeous. I mean, also, yeah, obviously a lot of scuffing and stuff, but I'm talking more about just the holo foil and the artwork itself. With these reverse holofoil cards, after 20 years, even if you keep them in sleeves and stuff, like, this kind of scuffing is just to be expected, you know? When we were kids, we were running around with these in our fucking pockets, we were running around with these, and, you know, we were putting them on our the back of our bikes to make, you know, brrr sounds. We were crazy as kids with our trading cards. Great looking artwork. Look at the beautiful gradient that they have going on in these trees right here. It looks very hand painted. Now this actually does look watercolor. Don't quote me on that. Slowpoke, right? That is just a great looking card. I really hope that I've been getting like a full view of all these cards too, not just only zooming in on the artwork. The artwork's usually my favorite part of it, as I'm not a TCG player, but I'd be down to learn that. Just gonna need to get a lot more. Oh my gosh, good looking Ivysaur card. Great looking art on this too. Oh, what the fuck? That Raticate? He's like, holy shit, whoa. Do these all... I feel like these all may like link up to make one picture or something. Theory. I don't know if that's true. That would be fucking crazy. Because that is like, yeah, that is the exact same art for that Raticate. You can see it matches up like exactly. I wonder. Yeah, it's awesome looking Ivysaur card. Bulbasaur is one of the coolest starters. See, that was actually one of the big problems, or not more problems, with like the original Pokemon games, were that all of the starters were so fucking dope. Like, that actually did provide a lot of replayability, because it's like, man, it really is hard as fuck to choose whether I want Bulbasaur, Squirtle, or Charmander. All three of these Pokemon are fucking sick, and their fully evolved forms are awesome. Yeah, this was one of those cards in the, this was the 12 card lot that I bought This was kind of the majority of the price of that card. This card is pretty expensive on TCG Player, even in a pretty played condition. I think it was the Togepi and the last holo that we'll see in here that are the most expensive cards in this set if you're buying them on the secondary market. But yeah, oh man. These normal types with the Cosmos background just look freaking sick too. I mean, that's the thing with this set. Every single color of the reverse holofoil looks so good. And something that I've actually noticed, which is kind of a rare thing in my opinion, is that the English set of Southern Islands looks better than the Japanese set. I think that the Japanese set just uses regular reverse holofoil on all these. Like, I don't think that they get those bubble patterns that we get on this in the English release. So whenever I was looking up master sets and I saw some Japanese master sets, and I think that some of the Japanese master sets were cheaper, they didn't have those super cool patterns on the holofoil, and I was like, you know, I kind of want to collect the English version. I think the holofoil just looks better on them, which is rare because I usually think that the Japanese releases of cards look better than the English releases because they have like different patterns. But I guess it's just a matter of personal preference. Pidgeot. Oh, we're about to move on to our last card too. And I will admit before we get to it that my last card of the set is the one that is in the most played condition. All of these have been in fucking great condition in my opinion. I would consider all of these like either very light played, especially the commons, and the holofoils like lightly, moderately played. They all look great to me. I'm very happy with them. Oh, I didn't even notice that little, what is that, Venonat? That's probably the wrong name for that. And that's Onyx up there? Is he just fucking photobombing? Ooh. Uh-oh, guys. Who could that be? Anybody recognize that little ass right there? You know who we're about to see? Mew. One of the most iconic legendaries in all of Pokemon. And absolutely the most expensive card in this set. Whenever you look this up on TCG Player, at a near mint condition, this card is $130. I got mine in a pretty well played state. You can see it's got some creasing, it's got a few scratches, it's just got a little bit of general wear. The back of it's a little played out, you know, it's got some whitening. But I paid, how much do you think I paid for this? $132 at near mint. I paid $41.42 in the condition that it's in right now. And I am 100% happy with that price. I do not feel like I overpaid for this at all. This is a really great looking card though. And this are really great into the master set. Oh look, you got Charizard in the background back there. But man, what a fucking awesome set. I mean, I'm just absolutely stoked to have completed my first master set. And not only that, but for it not to have been like a fucking lame master set. You know, like I'm actually really stoked about this one. And huge, huge, huge plus if you are a binder collector. Since this set of cards comes, since there's only 18 cards in this set, when you have it in a 3x3 binder sleeve, it fits 2 pages perfectly. And that kind of shit just makes my brain happy. I like a good symmetry in my binders. And it's really cool to be able to like show off an entire master set in just 2 binder pages to someone. But yeah, like I said, paid $394.49 for everything here, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't feel like I got fucked on the prices. Got to complete my first master set. This will be something cool to be able to pass on to the kids that I don't have one day. But ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you being here with me and checking out the master set. Hope it's been fun for you all. Hope it's been informative, even though I just kind of read the Bulbapedia one for one and talked about how much I paid for these. But I somehow managed to pad that out for fucking 30 minutes like an idiot. So, hope I didn't lose that many of you all. I heard somebody, or I saw in one of my last videos, somebody was like, just quit fucking yapping and open the boxes, but this is not the channel that you want to come to if that's the kind of content you're looking for. If you're just looking for somebody that's going to be like, done. See y'all later. Bye, guys. Like, I'm not a YouTube Shorts person. But, yeah. To all the people who stuck all the way through to watch the whole thing, I really appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.